One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory, 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 oh, glory.
We have to bring leaders together for one purpose, and when we can get together for one purpose, then we get to get a full understanding of everyone's need that's in the struggle or who's working through whatever the situation or the trouble is.
When we come together like that in a mass numbers, and there's no discrimination in that coming together, but one purpose. And that's to rebuild instead of tear down. I think it's very important.
Unity is incredibly important because many hands make the workload very light, right? And I think that without it, it becomes very burdensome to get the task done, to get the mission done that God's called us to do.
Solidarity is something that brings all of us together. In God's house, there should not be a you and an I. There should be a us. And those us's or those we's are what gets things accomplished. We then can be more effective in our communities.
If we want to make a change in our community, then the more people working toward that change will make it more effective.
And we've been kind of deceived in a lot of ways to think that our enemies are each other, whether it's black or white, or whether it's Christian or Jew, whether it's rich or poor. Our enemies are kind of subtle things that kind of creep into society and kind of drain the life out of all of us, and actually produces that division.
The church is there to build community, not to divide people. And I think that key events throughout history, from Jesus Christ up through Martin Luther King, the ones that were successful were the ones that brought groups together, brought people together, and focused on the very core teaching.
So what Selma means to me now is that we have a sense of hope to bridge the gap between generations and help those generations see each other as necessary in order to push the movement forward.
So I think it's very important that in celebration of Selma, because it definitely deserves its celebration, that we learn from it and we create our own.
That starts off with the youth. We have a lot of youth in the city of Detroit who kind of just like out there. That's not every youth, but overall they have a vision too. They have dreams too. And so we have to give them something to model after.
If you don't have unity, what happens, it leaves an open hole spiritually for anything to come in. And so really without unity, there's no foundation to build anything else.
Eventually, we will no longer be here. That's a given. But the generations that came behind us will be. What are we going to leave them with?
I think the takeaway from Selma, whether it's from the president or John Legend or Common, is that that's not in the past tense. You know, that we're still living in this movement and this moment to pursue our best world and our best country and our best selves. And I think that we have an opportunity to do that and to continue to do that here in Detroit.
I really think the first step forward is an inward search that we have to first do, you know, and allow ourselves to really to see who we are in the mirror and realize how our personal experiences actually colors what we see in society.
That's why the Bible says, come to me as little children. Because children have a way of working it out.
Their innocence.
Their innocence. But we have to let them engage with one another. Let them do it.
I don't think that we should just stop with the Selma March. We have to go to one another and to share our views and share our thoughts and some of the things that we can probably come to an agreement with to give our youth something to model after.
But we need to move beyond talk also. We can't just be about talking about the issues. We need to take action.
Joshua, our generation, has to step up and kind of take that movement to the next level. We are the Joshua generation in order to push something forward. And I think once we remembered what happened in the past, standing on the shoulders of the greats, we continue to move forward knowing that we're going to have to play a vital piece in being the greats, if you will, for the next generation. So we're the right now generation. We've got to continue pick up the banner and move forward.
There's a ton of work out here for us to do. What are we going to do with it? Are we going to stop fighting, or are we going to keep on? And we need everybody involved in it.
Yes, ma'am.
Not just the suburban groups, not just the city groups. We need everyone involved in this fight.
Yes, ma'am.
If we're going to win it.
Selma is now for every man, woman, and child. Even Jesus got his crown in front of a crowd. They march with the torch, we gon' run with it now. Never look back, we done gone hundreds of miles. From dark roads, heroes, to become a hero. Facing the League of Justice, his power was the people. Enemy is lethal, a king became regal. Saw the face of Jim Crow under a bald ego. The biggest weapon is to stay peaceful. We sing, our music is the cuts that we bleed through. Somewhere in the dream we had